that you guys are playing right now, Jay likes to use the word sustainable style of winning, right? So, just what does it mean to be on this team and kind of be playing your best ball when it matters most?
I mean, it means a lot just off the fact that we were in a really rough spot a while ago, and that just makes it hit a lot harder now, right? I told the guys earlier. I said as soon as we lost to Southern, I said, dude, we're going on a run. I was like, that just doesn't happen for no reason. We're too good of a team, and as soon as that happened, we said, man, look, I genuinely think we're going to go on a run, and we're looking pretty good right now. A lot of work to do. Like I said, the road to Omaha now, and like I said, hey, I'm excited for what we can do.
What do you think helped spark the turnaround?
Just getting belief in ourselves at some point, right? Like. I said this in a couple interviews before this. It's just we were before in the beginning of the season we were playing to not lose. Now we're playing to win, and I think as soon as we got in that mindset and took hold of that mindset, then our season turned around.
How much is helping or having you at the top of the order, maybe helping everybody else kind of settle into what the game is going to be?
Well, I mean, I'm just trying my best to go out there and provide for the team and get on base for Tommy and Bear and those guys and help out the team. And it's working out pretty well so far. And like I said, there's a lot of season left, so I got to keep it up. I could very easily mess up, and then I'm right back down where I was. And so I'm just trying to keep doing what I'm doing and provide for the team.
You was a leadoff guy a couple of times this season, but this time it seems like it's just sticking a little bit better. Is it because you're just more used to the way opposing teams are pitching to you as a leadoff hitter?
Well, I'm just more comfortable at the plate. Beginning of the season, I started off a little slow when I was leading off. I think in the opening day lineup, I was, deer in the headlights a little bit, playing at the dream school. Kind of a little, shaky a little bit in the field and everything. But as soon as I settled in and got comfortable, with all of my Bs and being comfortable at the box and being comfortable, I think I turned it around. So
it really seems like you guys have settled into an order, like a consistent, kind of 1 to 9 order. How much do you think that's helped over the last couple of weeks, just having some consistency in the lineup? I know, just for most of the season, it was guy was subbed in here, subbed in there, and just how much do you think that consistency has helped?
Well, if I'm being honest, I don't think it really made too much of a difference what the lineup was. I mean, we're all just trying to do our jobs at the end of the day, right? It don't matter. Like, I don't care if I'm hitting leadoff, 9-hole, 8-hole. My job is still to provide for the team, and whether I'm 1 hole the next day, 8 holes the next day after that. I mean, it doesn't really matter, and I don't think it matters to any of us really. We're just trying to all provide for the team and win games.
How familiar are you with Chapel Hill and North Carolina and that team and anything?
I played them, I think, 3 times in my career. I mean, I'm 3-0 as of right now. But I've never been to Chapel Hill, though. That's one thing I've never been. So, I mean, I'm excited to go there, and I'm excited to see what we can do in the regional.
They played a series in Columbia?
No. We play when I was at Carolina, every once a year, we would play them in Charlotte.
Okay.
So it'd be like a rivalry game thing, so.
How'd it feel getting an all-tournament team trophy there?
Oh, it felt great, man. It felt great because, I mean, it's great to get all-tournament team, but it also meant a lot just being in the championship game, right? I had never made it that far in the SEC tournament in my life, and doing it with these guys and, being from where we came and, being in the SEC championship game with all the LSU fans and the whole atmosphere, I mean, it was great.
What did it mean to the confidence of the team to get to that championship game? Because, going there, everybody was wondering, hey, can they make it past day one? And you guys just, ran shop and kind of made it all the way to Sunday.
Yeah, well, I'll say it meant a lot, right? Because going into it, we'd come off a sweep of Ole Miss, so we were already feeling good about ourselves already. And going into it, we knew we had to win one game to kind of, for sure get in the playoffs. But then as soon as we, played Kentucky and beat them 11-0, we were like, oh, yeah, I mean, we're feeling great. And we just kept it rolling. And then sadly, we couldn't close the deal against Tennessee. But, I mean, our team morale is higher than it's ever been. So, I mean, we're really excited to get into the postseason and, get going.
We've talked a lot about maybe the adversity you guys have faced in the first half of the year paying off now. Do you feel that's true?
I genuinely do, right? I'm a big believer in things happen for a reason. And, going into the season, we were too good of a team to be a 3-12 team at midseason. And I believe, right now, just coming along, we turned it around to the team we're supposed to be, right? And, I think that's just it. I think so.
Is it just the idea that we're never out of it because, we were in those one-run games, they didn't go our way, we learned the lessons from them? What do you think it is?
Yeah, teams always gain valuable experience from close games like that, especially from winning those games. We kind of fell, in the early part of the season, we were always on the losing end of those games, and it kind of had our team, mindset when we get in those games kind of in a negative spot. But I think now that in the back end of the season, we've been coming through in those games more, and we've gained more confidence in those one-run games that we can come out on top and get the win. So.
The tear that these freshmen are on, you were a freshman at one time. What is it like to be in that situation and have the success they're having build that confidence for them?
It's great, man, because, I mean, shoot, when I was a freshman, I batted 185 in SEC play, and then we got Steven hitting walk-off homers in the craziest games ever, the craziest games in the SEC tournament. I mean, like him, Larson, Jake Brown, I mean, those guys are just stepping up in a big way. Cade Anderson gave us some big innings in the last 2 SEC tournament games. I mean, like I said, the freshman class is amazing. And, I mean, they're all mature, and they're all just developing before our own eyes, and they got a really bright future at LSU. And, like I said, I'm really excited to see what they can do for the next 2 years.
What have you seen from Gage Jump and Luke Holman on the mound the last, I guess, couple of starts even, because they've had a solid season, but they're playing even better right now.
Yeah, I mean, Luke is just basically doing what he did in non-conference. I mean, I think he had like a 20-inning stretch where he didn't give up a run. I mean, shoot, Luke Holman's going to be Luke Holman. He's got to command the zone really well, 4-pitch mix, and just get the job done and just, hold teams down. And Gage Jump, I mean, untouchable fastball. I mean, it's Gage, man. Like, I mean, those are their 2 guys, and I'd die for those guys, on the field. And they're great leaders off the field, and they're just everything you want to be in starting pitcher in the SEC. So
you got to have more than 2 to win a regional, though. So, like, what have you seen from your staff this week, and who that's really giving everybody a lot of belief in them?
I think actually that the last game against Tennessee really kind of brought to the forefront like that our pitching staff is deep. I mean, we held I think a top 5 offense in college baseball to 4 runs when everybody was running out there 2 innings. Right, I mean, and the whole bullpen was used. Ackenhausen, Little, Dutton, all the guys. I mean, I just think that shows the potential of what we can do on the game 3s and game 4s. If we have to get there. So,
Coach talked to you guys for a while in the dugout after the loss yesterday. What was kind of the main message he was delivering to you?
Well, the message that he was proud of us, and that we made a great run at the tournament. And I mean, yeah, we didn't win it, but I mean, look, there's a whole lot of season ahead of us. And trust me, we weren't down about the loss. We were like, man, dude, we're ready to go. Like we were more fired up after that loss than anything. We're ready to attack the postseason and get on the road to Omaha. So
I think you got one of those lineups that Jay gives out after each game.
Yeah.
During the tournament, did you keep it?
Yeah, I did. I have it at the house right now, and it's always a good memory, especially against that team at that time in that tournament. I mean, that definitely was a good moment for me. So
I know this is your first year in the program, but has he been doing that all year long, or is that something that he started?
Yeah, it's after every game. After every game, magic moment. I mean, you'll see it on the LSU Instagram page, social media pages, where every game has a special moment. Every win has a special moment where the game kind of turned, and he gives the scorecard to everybody. So.
What's it mean to you guys to get that in that initial team huddle after the game?
I mean, it just means a lot. I mean, because, like, obviously in the moment we know, like, okay, the game changed from this point. But, I mean, having just the physical representation of it and having be able to be a memory for you that you can keep for your kids maybe one day or family and, everything, that means a lot. So.
How about going on the road just in general? Sometimes teams like to get away, can kind of solidify them and really narrow their focus. Is that something that you subscribe to?
Yeah. I mean, if you look at my numbers, I think I bat over 150 points higher on the road than I do at home. So I mean, I like playing on the road. I do like playing on the road, but it's just, I mean, being on the road. I mean, and sometimes even being on the road isn't even on the road with the LSU fan base. I mean, shoot, the SEC tournament was technically on the road, and then we played this championship game, and the whole crowd's LSU. So, I mean, like I said, being on the road is cool, and just being able to play at fun places and being able to prove that, look, we can beat you at your place. I mean, that's pretty cool. So,
what's the anatomy of winning 3 games in 4 days in an NCAA regional, and how much of this team do you think it has?
I mean, anatomy meaning what? What do you mean?
Like what does it take to win 3 games in 4 days at a regional? Do you think this team has what it takes?
Well, I think with a team like ours, it just takes laser focus, right? I believe that I fully believe that we're playing the best baseball we've had all season, and I believe if we just stay the course and don't let the outside circumstances affect our in-game circumstances, then I think we'll be fine. And I think that just stay the course, right? And being at LSU, I think every game is a regional game at this point, because like Coach Johnson even told us, he said, man, ever since we were 3-12, after that, every game was a playoff game. So I mean, every game mattered. If we would have lost one game to Ole Miss, we're not in the position right now that we're in right now. So I mean, we're not new to the whole regional feeling of that we have to win this game. So I mean, I think if we just keep what we've been doing, we'll be fine.
Tommy has been this persona since he stepped on campus, but here recently, I'd say over the last 3 weeks, it feels like he's loosened up a little bit and maybe enjoying himself a little bit more. Are you seeing that? What do you see as a teammate of him versus kind of where he is right now?
I mean, Tommy's always been a great teammate. I mean, I can't really name a time where I can say Tommy's been uptight or been like a guy that, is a bad teammate. I mean, he's a great guy, great person, great teammate. I love the guy. And, I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't really noticed too much of a difference the last couple of days. I mean, he's always been a great teammate and a great guy. So.
Seems like he's more outgoing with everyone else now.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I guess, I don't know. I think he's always been that way. I mean, I can't really say he's been different the last couple of days. I mean, I just feel like he's been Tommy. So.
Coach said you guys kind of hit rock bottom after getting swept by Tennessee back in mid-April, going into New Orleans. What is most different about this team now versus then?
Just the confidence that we play with, right? I mean, we believe that every time we go out there, we're going to win the game, right? And I'll be honest with you, I cannot say with full honesty that in the beginning of the season that we felt that way. I can't be honest with you and say that. So, I mean, now that we're in the mindset of, look, we are the LSU Tigers, and we can go out there and beat anybody at any time, and we expect to do that, I believe that that's the reason. So.
How important will this week be in terms of recuperating, getting some rest after that long week at the SEC tournament and all the playoff games you guys have been playing for the last month or so?
I mean, it'll be good to rest and everything. It's always good to rest, but at the same time, I mean, we're ready to go. I mean, I could play tomorrow and I would be perfectly fine. I mean, I'm juiced up for it. So I mean, and I think I'm not the only one on the team juiced up. So I mean, like I said, we're gonna take this week to rest, tighten up some things that we need to tighten up, and get ready for Chapel Hill on Friday.
What were you thinking on Saturday when it was 8-0 South Carolina?
I was thinking, oh man, I was thinking like, man, it might be a long day for me, but I mean, yeah, I still had belief in the team. I mean, we knew like even when we were down 8-0, we did know that they were kind of down on pitching. So we were like, man, look, we're definitely going to put up runs. Now I didn't know that we were going to put up 11 runs and win the game, but I mean, we definitely knew we were going to make it a competitive game, and we ended up doing that and ended up coming on top. So it's pretty cool.
What were you looking for in that home run then?
The home run? I don't really look for anything at the plate. I'm more like I'm looking fastball and then I react to everything else. So I mean, it's not like a specific pitch I was really looking for. To just be ready for the fastball and look for anything else. He threw me a hanging changeup, got the barrel to it, and left the park. So.
You're the man.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Mike.